What's going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on your face, neck, and chest. And I want to start this video out with a quote from Harvey Dent, which perfectly describes this book and perfectly describes this character. You know you are involved with a sick man who will see you die. He will stand over your body with your blood on his hands, and I promise you he will laugh. Not because your life means nothing to him, but because death for him is the punchline. And that is all you need to know if you're going to go read this book, because what Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo, hopefully I pronounced that right, what they did with this book is absolutely phenomenal. First of all, this is dark as hell. This makes the 2019 film with Joaquin Phoenix look like an episode of Barney, because like this just takes the character of Joker to the extreme. Like it really showcases just how vile, just how disgusting, and just how evil this character is. Like this book really has nothing to say. It's not, for the faint of heart. If you don't like dark, like brutal violence on panels, you're not gonna dig this book. But if you're a fan of really dark, twisted Joker stories, this is the book for you. I highly recommend it. This is like if David Fincher just went all out and just said, you know what, I want to fucking tell a story about how sick and twisted the character of Joker is, and this is what you get. This is what you get. And first of all, it starts out with Johnny Frost, who is a low-level thug. He's sent to Arkham to pick up the Joker, and of course, Joker automatically he takes a liking to this dude. He's like, okay, well, if you're gonna drive me around, if I'm gonna use you as my chauffeur. And basically, this story is just Joker using Johnny Frost to take him around Gotham City, and just you see Joker just try to reclaim his turf in Gotham City, just to like this is basically just Joker wreaking havoc on Gotham City. And Batman is really not very prominent in this book. He shows up at the end of the story, and there's like this massive face-off battle at the bridge. Again, I don't want to ruin anything, but there's a certain scene that homages to Killing Joke. And funny enough, Batman Damned, which is another book with the same creative team, I didn't know that Batman Damned was a sequel to this book, Joker. I was like, oh wow. It's like I didn't even fucking realize that until the last minute. So I was like, oh, like why was I surprised? I had no idea. I just didn't know. But it makes sense with the same writing style and the art style. And first of all, the art in this book is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Again, it just has that gritty, dirty, just dingy look to it. I love the vibe. It feels like a David Fincher book. It feels like David Fincher, if he were to direct a Joker movie, this would be it. Like, this would make the 2019 film like look like a fucking Simpsons episode, because this is even more darker, and this is that doesn't really say anything. Like this book is not really a deep psychological analysis on who the Joker is, other than he's just an evil piece of shit. That's all it is. He's just a evil, vile human being, and this story just showcases the exploits and really shows how far, just like at the bottom of the barrel, the character is. Like there is nothing redeeming about this character. Nothing really. Again, this is a Joker story through, and you see everything from the perspective of Joker, and it introduces a whole array of villains. You see Riddler, you see Killer Croc, and you see Harvey Dent, and they both have a story that's connected to one another. But again, I don't want to ruin anything. But again, this is just a story of just how fucked up Joker is. Like, and there's this again. I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say this about a certain scene that really affected me in a bad way too. I was just like, ugh, I just got a bad feeling. Where there's a scene where he breaks into an elderly couple's house, and you don't see what happens, but you see the aftermath, and you just see like blood on the bed, blood on the walls, and there's just like this really quick panel of just Joker just sitting there and sort of contemplating on what he did and why he did it. But at the same time, the writer, Brian Azzarello, he doesn't really explain why the Joker did that. Again, he just does things without any rhyme or reason. It's just like, why did he kill this elderly couple who was just innocent, who broke it, who Joker broke into this elderly couple's house and just murdered them for no apparent reason. Again, it's just one of those like weird ticks where he's just like, there's no rhyme or reason to why Joker does what he does. So again, it's just a really dark, brutal book. It features, all the classic villains, and this is a story based on Joker. Everything is from the POV of Joker, and it's just like, it's a really sick and twisted tale. So if you're into that shit, I highly recommend this book. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Smash that like button, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Subscribe, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. Let's continue having a DC conversation. As always, support DC, love DC. If you're a fan of sick, twisted, deranged Joker tales like I am, because I picked this shit up, this is the book for you. Highly recommend it. And as always, truth out.